Okay, here's the basic bag structure. Regular poly sandbags. They are probably 20-30 pound bags filled with a soil mixture with a minimum 20% clay content and a certain amount of moisture content, at least to the point where you can clump it in your hands and form a ball out of it. Bags are filled and then tamped in place with a regular asphalt tamper and overlapped like bricks. In between the layers there's barbed wire to prevent slippage and an occasional rebar driven down through the middle of them. Also there is what's probably about a 16 gauge wire in between the layers to bind the mesh to that'll hold the stucco. Also between the layers they're bound every 3 layers or so, and they're trying a combination of tie wraps and poly rope and nylon rope. The binders are to stabilize the sections and give them some vertical tie in between them, in addition to the rebars driven vertically down through the stacks in various places. They're trying 2 different kinds of mesh, fine mesh and a chicken wire mesh like that's down below here, and then both meshes to see how they perform and determine what would be a good gap between the bags and the mesh to give good bonding and retention and also aid to stabilization.
Yeah, we're stuccoing all the way around. This is just going to remain open here. But in
common
80,
continuous poured top plate to bind the walls together.
Once this space is created, you'd go ahead and grout in some cinder blocks. And this was actually even originally it was dimensioned. We made changes when the slab got poured bigger. But originally it was dimensioned that you could come in with those decorative blocks perfectly.
Some pretty good overview shots.
Okay, that's a good idea.
I'd be curious to know what it ended up though.
They're trying conduit pass-throughs and various other structural elements on the inside to add functionality to the structure. Drainage, pass-throughs, pipes and electric. They're beginning the second course. It's designed to be 2-story. Rooftop area that could be used for gardening, solar collection, security for storing belongings. The second course is being laid in on the header and tamped in place, and then there'll be another header on top of that. The formation of interior stairs right here with a small landing, stairs going from here up to here. Again, the 2 different mesh materials and the various binding materials, tie wraps of various types, again, different tie wraps, poly rope, nylon rope. They've also placed regular fence staples. Let's see if I can get it in the picture here. It's hard for me to see with the sunshine glaring on it. But we've got fence staples driven into the bags to hold the mesh in place while the stuccoing is taking place. Here's the first layer of stucco material. Mortar, lime, sand, basic stuff.
What time is it? 1. Yeah. A couple more hours. 1. 1300.
Show on the road.
We got this wall, that, and around the corner, and
We should put up the last piece of mesh, nail these things down, put up another row of bags.
wired up. right.
Does it go pretty fast once you get it going?
We did that probably in about an hour, 30 minutes, hour.
Sometimes it's a matter of not having enough plaster on the barn.
Charlie, you have a wheelbarrow on your truck?
Whoever's mixing the pasta.
I got some at the shop.
This is part of the
That'd be just
consideration
another
for the
thing we'd have to
structural
clean
design
up.
to
At this point, yeah.
find the sides and
Today we're not
corners as how much stucco material behind the mesh
Oh, if you got a hose.
and in
you're
between the
downtown.
bags.
Oh yeah.
They're trying variations of that.
Flush.
This is hog heaven here.
There is no pinning to the foundation. The bags are just friction held. And they've numbered the bags here. It looks like in this particular case they're
I marked this one in.
they're 21 bags
Taking
high
those knots off,
to the
which is
header.
good too.
More view of in the interior. They've stored some pallets in here. Across the headers, they're determining a system of beams and possibly bamboo poles that could be used to hold the floor above or the roof structure. Also considering triangular trusses made from bamboo.
Let's run it. Let's run it.
Rock and roll, baby.
Standard concrete pad.
I can give you some editorial on what's